So in this video, I would like to just tell a story. So I was lucky enough to be able to tattoo Mac Miller himself, and while doing so, I got to talk to Ariana Grande on FaceTime. You have requested this story, so stick around if you want to hear the full story. I'm Electric Linda. For those who haven't been here before, I am a tattoo artist and I have been tattooing since the year 2000. So if you're new to this channel, I think you should subscribe right now and click the little bell so that you can get a notification. If you have a question, just comment below and I will see what I can do if I were to answer your question quickly, or if it's something that comes up a lot, then I will make a video about it. So it all started this normal Monday when suddenly our shop manager, Synnøve, came around and asked me in the shop if anyone wanted to go and tattoo Mac Miller. First I was like, who is Mac Miller? I don't know him. I'm a little bit older than the typical Mac Miller fan, so I hadn't heard of him at that time. Mac Miller was here because of a festival that he was gonna join in and perform at. While he was here, he asked around for a tattoo artist, and the guy that was their kind of go-to guy in Oslo, he knew my manager, Synnøve. So he asked her and she asked around in the shop, does anyone have the opportunity to go to this hotel and tattoo Mac Miller? Synnøve said, well, it's Ariana Grande's boyfriend. I was like, wow, because I'm such a Ariana Grande fan. I mean, who isn't, right? So after a few texts here and there with this go-to guy, manager guy, we got the details and I packed my bags. I asked my colleague and friend, Kim, if he could just join me to, you know, be my company and be a little bit of an assistant and just take photos and just be my company so that I could maybe keep my calm a little bit, because I was very nervous about the whole thing. So we arrived at the Thief, the nicest celebrity hotel that I know of in Oslo. We were told to wait, so we waited upstairs at the roof, which is like a rooftop bar restaurant. And after waiting for like half an hour or something, we went down to the lobby to meet them. Because Mac and his friends, they have just had dinner at a sushi restaurant. And then we met in the lobby and I was like, whoa, this is, you know, this short little guy, and he just seems so normal. I mean, when I looked at him, he just reminded me of those typical friends that I had when I was younger. And he just gave me this nice, chill vibe at once. And I felt like, this is not going to be as bad as I thought it would, you know? So we went up to his room and started talking about, you know, I was like, okay, so what am I doing here? What do you want? How can I help you? And quickly I realized that what he actually had in mind was not very suitable to make in a hotel room late at night. Weirdly and gladly, I wasn't afraid to tell him, like, you know what? This idea is cool, but I don't think I want to do this in your hotel room like late at night. I would really much more prefer to do this in the studio. And he was like, yeah, but you know, can we do it now? And I'm like, but do you have time tomorrow? Because I can book you in the shop after work. We can close the shop and, you know, we can have privacy and I can do this really, you know, bigger piece there. And I would be more comfortable and the tattoo would be better, you know? And he was like, you know what? I really appreciate that. And yeah, cool. Let's just do that. But since you're already here, could you just like make some small tattoos? I'm like, of course we can. His friend, the photographer, Justin Boyd, a really nice photographer and such a nice gentleman, really. It was his very first tattoo, and it was a copy of his grandfather's tattoo on his hand. Usually I am very strict about tattooing someone's hand, especially as their first tattoo. But it had such a, deeper meaning, and it was, I felt his story behind it. I felt kind of the meaning, and that it was meant to be on the hand. So I did. And after talking some more and just chilling and talking about random stuff, we went home, and we had already planned okay, see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna make a bigger piece for you and hang around in the shop, and we'll have a good time. So the next day we closed the shop at normal time, and about an hour later Mac came with a bunch of friends. Clockwork DJ, which was a very cool guy, a super funny DJ, and I remember him he was so outgoing, really talkative and positive and friendly and social and a super bubbly kind of guy. And Justin Boyd, the friend and photographer from the night before. Mac's bodyguard, a super huge dude, so charming. I just wanted him to carry me around. The go-to guy had also provided us with a photographer to just take photographs of this event. So he showed up as well, so that was pretty cool. And first up, I made this little cute little ladybug behind Clockwork DJ's ear.
Electric Linda! Electric Linda! About to get me together. About to get me together.
So yeah, that was funny.
Right.
And Kim, he tattooed Max's bodyguard. I can't remember the name of this bodyguard, but he was such a nice guy. He made a key to symbolize his wife. And then it was my turn to tattoo Mac. I made the stencil and everything. The tattoo was from a photo from the house that he grew up in. So he had to call his mother to ask her to send the photo of this house to my email. And I printed it out, made a stencil, put it on and everything, and started tattooing him. He was sometimes a little bit restless, a little bit difficult of sitting still, but he was just such a funny guy, nice, social, very polite and friendly, and it made me so comfortable tattooing him. And I felt like I was tattooing a friend in a way, because he was, so chill and relaxed and I trust you, Linda. And he said so many nice things, and he, complimented everything. And yeah, he was so down to earth. And remember, I had never even heard of him, so I didn't quite know, what I was gonna expect. I didn't know what kind of person I was gonna deal with at all. But he was just so friendly and so nice. So he was a little bit restless. He used his cell phone a lot, playing games, and he called some friends, and then suddenly I heard the FaceTime sound, and he's talking to Ariana Grande, his girlfriend, on FaceTime. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep on doing this tattoo and focus on this. But it was just that feeling, because I was such a fan of hers, that I was just I was starstruck of the fact that I was tattooing someone who was talking to her on FaceTime. And suddenly he just turns the phone towards me, so say hi to Linda. And she said, hi, Linda. And I was like, I think I got hello. That was, I think I was able to say hello. I think she asked how are you or something and I was like, yeah, how are you? I was so out there blah, blah, blah. But I was super happy, of course. I was just so starstruck, I was I didn't know what to do, but it was super, super awesome. And they kept on talking, and I heard their dialogue, their conversation. And I'm not gonna sit here and talk about what they talked about, because that would be rude. But I just remember my feelings, hearing them speak like talking together as a couple. And I just like, I got the chills because they were so genuine. Like hearing her talk to him and him talk to her, she had a rough day and he was like soothing her in a way. And I can just hear the love they had together. It was so nice. And I then kind of realized that they have been through stuff together, and they had known each other for a while. So, and I could definitely hear that in their conversation. Like, this was not just like a couple that was dating a while. This was a real couple that was like, had known each other for a while and knew each other inside out. And it was just so genuine and so loving and caring. I was like, wow, he's such a great guy. He's such a great boyfriend to her. Like, just the way he talked to her and what she talked about. Like, that one thing they talked a little bit about was the Manchester thing, and she was kind of still sad about it. And I mean, that's no secret, so I can probably say that. And the way he like comforted her, and no, it was just an amazing thing to kind of witness, you know. I'm just so super glad that I got that opportunity. And well, I finished the tattoo a few hours later, and he was super happy with it. He was like, "This is my favorite tattoo." I'm like, "Oh my God." So I was very happy. It was such a nice vibe. And after we were done with all the tattoos, we took some photos, of course, some selfies, and like, hey.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Wanda?
Thank you for an amazing evening. And it was like, yeah, I'll see you next time. You know, like he said, that I'll definitely be back, and I'm gonna have more tattoos, and you know, next year we're gonna do the same thing. This could be a tradition. And I was like, yeah, awesome. And yeah, I'm kind of like still shocked about the whole thing, really. And especially, I mean, after this whole experience, like tattooing him, it was so much fun. And I started listening to a lot of his music, and I was like, man, he's really good. I really, really love his music. Now when I listen to Thank You Next, I get this little tingling in my throat, like I just want to cry when she says that I want to say thank you to Malcolm because he was an angel. Because, you know, I witnessed it. I witnessed that he was kind of an angel to her while I was tattooing him. And yeah, for me, that's a nice story, and it's nice to be able to share it with you guys because it really, really made me know who he was. Such a cool, nice, normal guy with feelings. Sometimes you kind of forget that those people that are celebrities, you kind of think that they are superheroes, you know, and they're super people, and they can make mistakes. They can feel stuff, the same things as we do. That made me kind of reflect more about stuff like that. This was my first story time. I'm still feeling like I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so thank you for being patient and listening to my whole story. If you liked it, you know what to do. There's a little thumbs up button that you can click on, and you should definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And I will see you in my next video, I hope. Okay? See ya then.